Well, Bitcoin just broke down to 79K. Looks like we're going lower. Speak right now, it's actually at 78K. On Friday, the stock market crashed. Crypto and Bitcoin was going up, and people were saying that people are pouring into the crypto market. And I wasn't sold on that. I thought that it was just a preliminary drop for the stock market and that crypto was soon to follow. And it looks like we're seeing it now. Now, I bought some more crypto today. I added Say back to my portfolio at 15 cents. I thought it was a great steal to get in. And we're going to see more pain. So now is definitely the time to prepare for this storm, this whirlwind. And I want to get into an article with the tariffs because a great question we had asked on my Discord was about the negotiations of tariffs, which this article alludes to, and how this would affect the economy if the countries decide to negotiate with Trump. Now, first of all, it depends on what is said, obviously, but how Trump is feeling because we know Trump. And listen, I'm pro-Trump. Obviously, I want to see the economy get better. We'll see how Trump reacts if they do negotiate. But we're not going to see anything recover until the tariffs cease to exist. So that's the thing, right? It's good to see that countries are reaching out to negotiate. That's definitely the preliminary stage of seeing this end. But I will say, if you're also betting on that possibly ending, then I would be looking to definitely cash up if at all possible. And it says right here, countries are angry and retaliating. Yeah, so that's the thing, right? He put tariffs everywhere. Even buying a car nowadays is like even crazy expensive. Universal 10% tariffs went into effect on Saturday, while individual countries are set to go into on Wednesday. So today, Sunday, we're seeing the effect of that. There could be something else happening right as we speak that's dropping crypto further, but I think it's just the effects from the tariffs. It's all coming from the tariffs. I thought it was baked in initially, but it looks like people just decided to sell off. You see a lot of sell-offs happen too on the weekend. So, but tomorrow's going to be interesting, right? Because Mondays is the start of the opening day for stock market. We'll see how the stock market, reacts tomorrow. But it says, in my opinion, tariffs are the representation of the uncertainty in the market. That's what Jerome Powell was talking about in the last Fed meeting. He was getting asked about the inflation rate and when they're going to pivot and cut interest rates, and he can't really answer that because he doesn't know how long this is going to happen. If these tariffs hang around, inflation is going to go back up again, and it's going to put the economy in a regress state. Wow, S&P lost more than 5 trillion, which we're also talking about that on Discord, which, by the way, if you're struggling right now, especially emotionally, mentally, I recommend joining Discord. You want to be around a group. It helps massively during these times, okay? If nothing else, you have to surround yourself around like-minded people who can help you through these times, okay? Everyone who bands together during these times are going to be the ones who come out on top because they're going to be a lot stronger mentally and they're more prepared and more aware of what's going on. You want to be mentally strong during these times. I can't say that enough. But it says right here, Trump is using tariffs as a strategic move to stimulate domestic growth and reduce yields. Tariffs are literally the only way to do that. I wouldn't be surprised if they reverse within the next 6 to 12 months. So that's also what is scaring a lot of people off, the timetable, right? If it is indeed the entire 6 months, then yes, the rest of this year is going to be bearish. Which means 2026 will likely be when the Fed pivots, and then we're going to see the bull cycle. So there's a lot of uncertainty right now in the market, and that's a big reason why I think crypto is still tanking. Let's actually get a closer look and see what's going on now, because I'm curious to see. Market cap is 2.5 trillion, so yeah, it has yet to react to the current market cap. Ethereum was at 1,600 and Bitcoin just fell again to 79K. Look at the fear and greed. All right. After today, if Bitcoin stays below 80K, we're probably going to go back right into extreme fear. All right. So let's get a closer look now. I want to see the charts. So Bitcoin is fighting to stay above this level of support, 77K. If it breaks, we're going right down to 70K. There was not much strength or support from 69K until 77K Bitcoin. So that's a key level to watch. If we dip below 77K, which we very well could, we're going to free fall to 70K or below or close to that range. Let's pull up Ethereum. Wow. Ethereum is entering a great price range to accumulate. $1,600 Ethereum. Man, I may pick some up actually real soon. I just gotta see where it goes. If it breaks to the 1500, man, that's greedy for me to want to get at 1500, but that is an insane level to buy at. It broke the level of support. Yeah, right now Ethereum is sort of free falling. Wow. Yeah, the 1 year chart looks like the month chart. Insane. Let's pull up XRP. We bought this right at this price, actually. I'm gonna look to DCA down whenever possible. Yeah, we are literally seeing a free fall for crypto. Let's pull up Solana. Solana may very well get to $100. I may actually put in a limit order for this one too. It's very close. If you're gonna set a limit order, I would put it at $100 for Solana. It's probably going to hit. Probably going to hit. Let's pull up Cardano. Wow, Cardano, 59 cents, right below it. This is awesome. And the reason why you want to look at these cryptos too for large caps, if you do want large caps, is because they have the ETFs for them. So they're going to be here to stay, which is good. Wow. Yeah. So we are seeing some crazy, crazy price action. Are you guys currently buying crypto still, or are you just hanging around? What are you currently doing? Does this scare you? Be honest. You're not alone. People are terrified right now in crypto, right? And that's why I always say, like, whenever you see crypto down and you don't have money to spend and you're watching your portfolio go down, try to refrain from checking the apps. If you're in this for the long term and you know crypto is like this over the many months and years, then it's in your best interest to stay busy and not check it when it's down. And when it's up, then you could start, coming back and start watching the graphs again if you wish to do so. For me, I'm just conditioned to just let it do its thing, right? And then once I have money, like today, where I had money to buy, I buy crypto, and then I go about my day as usual, and I go on Discord and we talk, right? You'd be surprised how talking to other people on topics like these really helps you. I cannot stress the importance of that, right? We have people on my Discord, many that were scared, and we just talk about it. Talking about how you feel really helps massively in this kind of state in the market, because this is the scary part of the market. And this is the very common state of the market where people tend to make irrational decisions, and they make very emotional decisions, and they tend to fall off, right? You do not want to be selling your bags now unless you have no other choice and you have to, and you over leverage yourself. Like, let's just say your mortgage payment, your rent, your essentials, your kids. That's the only time, in my opinion, not financial advice, that I would sell if I was that over leveraged, right? But if you were that over leveraged, then you should revise your whole investment plan to begin with, right? But again, this is a day by day process. Right now, the market's bleeding. It doesn't mean it's going to continue to bleed next week. We'll see what happens tomorrow. All I'm saying is, if I see more dips, I'm going to do what I do best, what I've been doing since 2022. I am going to load up every single chance I get. Every single chance I get. I am not going to sell a single thing. That's just me, though. That's just me. I'm focused on long-term accumulation. And the way I look at it, even if this takes another year or more, this could be a one and done cycle for me if I wanted to. Obviously, I plan to invest for a long time, but that's the way I look at it. And that's the way you should look at it too. If you're trying to, invest to the point where you can walk away and not come back, this is where if I was in your shoes, would still focus on accumulating. That way, you don't have to come back in a future bull cycle. You can just leave as soon as you want. And then as soon as you do leave, you can move your money to safer assets like index funds, like S&P 500 or Bitcoin or large caps, whatever you decide to do, or even, gold or real estate. So the options are endless, but the opportunity is limited. So make the best use of your time. And, if this video helped you in any way, which I hope it did, then please leave a like. With that being said, I'll see you guys in that next video. Take care.